The Bible contains 66 books written over thousands of years by 40 different authors in 3 different languages. The Bible contains unbelievable stories and beautiful poetry and incredible teaching. And yet, despite this incredible diversity of its subject matter and its authorship, the Bible is really just telling one story. That's primarily because God is the ultimate author of all of Scripture. And His goal is to use all of history and all of these stories to tell one primary story. The main theme and storyline that is running throughout Scripture is God's plan to save humanity. The story begins with the creation of the universe and of the world. God speaks creation into existence by His very word. And then the crowning achievement of all of this is the creation of the first man and woman, Adam and Eve. All of this is great, and God declares it to be very good, and there's no sin or suffering or evil of any kind. But this setting doesn't last for very long. We read in Genesis 3 that Satan tempts the couple and they disobey God. And as a result of their disobedience, sin enters into the world and creation is essentially broken. But fortunately, we do read some good news in Genesis 3. God predicts there the arrival of somebody who will defeat the enemy. And then throughout the Old Testament, the details of this mysterious person are more fully revealed. Each generation of believers in God trusts God that one day this Messiah will take care of the problem of their sin. All of these incredible Old Testament stories are designed to reveal more and more the character and the mission and the identity of this Messiah. Through the lives of Abraham and Moses and David and Solomon and all the various prophets, we get more and more information about who this Messiah will be and what He will do. They also show our continued need for God's grace and our inability to save ourselves and to take care of this sin problem on our own. And then we come to the New Testament. Jesus is born and revealed to be this long-awaited Messiah. He lives a perfect life and fulfills the requirements of the Old Testament law on our behalf. He then dies in our place, takes the punishment that we deserve for our sin. But the great news is that He rises again 3 days later from the grave. And now we can see the full plan and revelation of God's plan to save us. It is through our faith in Jesus Christ that we can be saved. And the good news is that God is not done yet. Jesus is going to be coming again. And as the Old Testament saints looked forward to the coming Messiah, we also look forward to His second coming, to His return. And at that time, Jesus will do away with sin forever, and He will create a brand new heaven and earth. And those who trust in Him will be free to enjoy an eternity in God's presence with no more suffering or evil, and to enjoy an eternal and unbridled sense of joy.